Coming off the release of Modern Warfare 2, Treyarch found themselves in a tough spot. No matter what game they made, it would never live up to the reputation of the giant, the absolute unit that MW2 was. Or so we thought.
He was special.
Black Ops 1 is a case study in how you improve upon perfection. It didn't follow in MW2's footsteps. Instead, it carved its own path. A path Treyarch themselves would never fully walk again, despite their constant attempts. Can you please get out of my screen? A flawless execution of blending psychology with the character-driven storytelling of modern Call of Duty. Black Ops gave birth to the single greatest protagonist in the franchise, Alex Mason. No other entry has delved this deep into the sanity of its main character. Watching him slowly devolve, losing his grip on reality until the truth is finally revealed. And even after all these years, we still haven't gotten a psychological thriller of this caliber. But why? Why did this game work so well and the others didn't? Well, the answer lies within the campaign of Black Ops 1. So let's get into it. We wake up as Alex Mason, a CIA operative tied to a chair. A mysterious voice begins interrogating us about a broadcast station, but Mason is still high with no recollection of what's going on, so they give him a little wake-up call. It doesn't work, so now they decide to trace his steps back to the beginning of it all, the Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba, where Mason was sent alongside Woods and Bowman to assassinate Castro. A bunch of Cuban soldiers start talking to me, but my Spanish is absolute garbage. So out of sheer embarrassment, we take them out and hit the streets. Then more cops show up, forcing us to flee the scene. Mason then starts drifting off to La La Land, gets shocked back to life, and begins remembering how he killed Castro. With Castro supposedly dead and the entire country on our asses, we have to bounce. We secure an exfil, but the runway is blocked with vehicles. Mason pulls inspiration from Titanic and decides to jump out of the plane, giving his friends room to escape. Unfortunately, he's captured by Dragovich, where he meets the real Castro.
Dead. We killed you.
No. You killed a double. You think we didn't know of your plan?
We always know. He will know suffering beyond his darkest fears. I have plans for you, American.
Your breath stinks.
Mason is sent to a Russian labor camp called Vorkuta, where he endures the unimaginable. But we'll talk about that later, because what matters here is this. Reznov is back, and he has a plan to escape the camp. He stages a fight between me and him to provoke a guard. But I'm a little confused here. Why does this guard have the keys on him? And why on God's green earth is he alone? I mean, if you're carrying the keys to the entire prison, you probably wouldn't go fist-fighting inmates with them hanging off your belt. But hey, that's not my problem, as long as we escape. Mason and Reznov start destroying the camp. They then get their hands on a machine gun, but the guards use tear gas to prevent the escape. After waking up, it turns out Reznov has dragged me to safety and secured us bikes to ride out of the prison. After that, we reach the train, where he asks me to take a leap of faith.
Jump, Mason, jump! Go, Mason, go!
Your turn! Come on! Step 8, Reznov! Freedom!
For you, Mason! Not for me!
Reznov!
Fast forward a month. The government wanted to make sure that Mason is clear for duty, the duty of killing Dragovich. So his new handler, Jason Hudson, takes him to the Pentagon, where he meets the president himself.
Agent Mason.
Great honor, Mr. President.
Sit. Dragovich. I'm told that you are the very best that we have. Anywhere. You will need to be. Mr. Mason, take care of it.
That scene freaked the hell out of me as a kid. I had absolutely no clue what any of it meant, but after finishing the game, oh boy. Anyway, the Russians plan to launch a rocket to space, but we have to sabotage it. Weaver, our Russian agent, has been compromised by Kravchenko. He gets tortured and loses an eye in the process. Shortly after that, we kill a couple of Russians, strip them out of their dignity, and take their clothes. Woods fakes the worst Russian accent the Earth has ever perceived. Somehow it works and we get inside their base, where we declare war and kill anyone in sight. Eventually, we save Weaver and head to the control center where we can stop the rocket from launching, but unfortunately, it succeeds in launching and I'm forced to take it down. Upon destroying the rocket, we search endlessly to find Dragovich, but it appears that he managed to slip away. 5 years later, I'm sent by the government to Vietnam, where there is intel about Russian activity in the area. Now this mission is pretty empty, there's not much going on plot-wise, so all you need to know is that there is a defector holding intel on where Dragovich could be, but that defector is in Hue City, which is overrun by the Vietnamese now. Despite it being a lost cause, Mason insisted on going there to find the defector. Treyarch knew they were cooking with this past 12. In fact, you could end the game right here and I wouldn't mind. But Mason still has a defector to find, and sure enough, he does.
Mason.
Reznov. How'd you get out of Vorkuta? Never thought I'd see you alive.
Nor are you, my friend. Dragovich is planning an attack on the west.
Mason, you get what you came for?
Dragovich, I knew we'd see him again.
Things get heated and we are forced to leave the city on a boat. But the good news is, the intel had information on the masterminds behind Project Nova, a lethal toxic gas referred to as Nova 6. Agent Hudson is sent to Hong Kong to interrogate Clarke, the chemical engineer of Nova 6. Now if you listen closely to Clarke,
I've been hunted across every corner of the globe. And if you found me, so will they. They know everything you know. They're probably on their way now.
you would notice that he has the same voice as Reznov, but with a British accent. It's like that flashback scene from Dexter, where they threw a wig on the actor and just said,
Looks good to me.
But either way, after a bit of torture, we get swarmed by the Russians, who are looking to kill Clarke before he spills it all. The thing I love about Black Ops 1 is how it subverts expectations even in level design. As an example, here in Hong Kong, you're fighting high up in apartment complexes, where falling off is a real threat. You go from one platform to the next, jumping and fighting Russians while they pop up out of windows and balconies. These changes in environment mix up the gameplay pretty well. In the end, we jump from a high point to reach street level, but Clarke slips and Hudson tries to squeeze some information out of him. Clarke reveals that the numbers are actually... Finally, we make our way to the road and leave this wretched place. However, to explain Mason's hatred towards Dragovich, we need to go back to Vorkuta, where Reznov reveals his past interactions with him. If you love World at War, this mission hits home, as it does for me. After World War II, Reznov and Dmitri fight alongside each other for the last time, under the command of Dragovich. Our mission is to locate and safely capture the man behind Nova 6, Dr. Steiner, who offered his cooperation to Dragovich. Reznov then explains to Dmitri why Dragovich must not be trusted.
What happened in Stalingrad between you and Dragovich?
When the German occupation began, he and his lapdog, Kravchenko, left my men and I hopelessly outnumbered. Promises of reinforcements were made, but not kept. Dragovich and Kravchenko are opportunists, manipulators. They are not to be trusted, Dmitri.
While searching for Steiner, we take out any remaining fellows of the Austrian painter. And the music.
We are back, baby. We are back.
Then we find Steiner.
Do not point that weapon at me, Russian dog! You will take me to Dragovich.
As I looked into the German's eyes, I saw all the evil of the fascist Reich still burning strong.
He takes us to a ship, believing that it contains samples of Nova 6. We enter the ship and notice a few rockets full of the toxic gas. Dragovich's grudge against Reznov suddenly rises to the surface, and he decides to test Nova 6 on Dmitri.
Help!
As I watched my closest friend die, it became clear we were not the only ones seeking the German weapons. The Western allies circled like vultures.
We fight our way through the British, plant explosives, and blow the ship to pieces. We go back to Vietnam, where Mason is searching for Dragovich, but this time we are sneaking through the jungle. This is where the game lives up to its name, Black Operations. Killing enemies in their sleep, blowing up bases, it really feels like you are doing something immoral. The Vietnamese are also very similar to the Japanese from the previous game. They've got a couple of tricks up their sleeves, like those spider holes that they infinitely spawn from. Totally realistic if you ask me. We blow up a rat tunnel to try and clear it. Woods and Bowman start getting intimate with me, where they prevent me from dropping down, but my will is too strong. I jump down through the tunnel to find Kravchenko, and meet up with my Soviet friend.
Reznov, you nearly took a bullet.
No one fights alone. I will work my way around.
All right, but move quietly. What the f***'s wrong with you? Mason, you gotta keep your...
Never liked him anyway. Finally, we find Kravchenko has escaped from the tunnel, and we would do well by following in his footsteps. After finding his hideout in Vietnam, we confirm that Kravchenko is in Laos spraying Nova 6 as a test. Our army took down a Soviet chopper containing it, so we head there on a boat with a fresh recruit in the front. After fighting another boat and successfully taking it out, our new guy gets killed in action.
That young kid didn't make it. I swear to God that Woods was crying. But he never let us see no tears.
We reach the downed helicopter, but it appears that we have been played. There is no gas inside. However, we do find a map of Kravchenko's compound in Laos. But before we leave, the Soviets surround the area and Dragovich captures us for the second time.
It's been too long, Mason. We must make up for lost time.
And while we wait for Mason to wake up, you could consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be covering more COD games. Now we reach this iconic mission. Remember when I said Black Ops shines at subverting expectations? Well, this is the epitome of that. We start playing as a pilot directing Hudson and his squad in Russia to find Dr. Steiner. We constantly switch perspectives from the pilot to Hudson and vice versa. Speaking of switching POVs, have I ever told you about a mission called Black Cats?
Can you shut the f*** up?
Nah, but seriously, as a kid I have never considered that this mission could be traversed stealthily. So it kinda blew me away when I cleared the entire premise without alerting a single soul. Anyhow, we arrive at Steiner's lab, where he reveals that Dragovich is attempting to launch nukes against the US using number sequences, and the only way to stop it is through Steiner. So he asks us to save him from Dragovich at Rebirth Island in exchange for help. But we gotta put a hold on that. Mason still needs to escape Laos.
Bowman. Tired. Just want to end this.
You don't mean that, Bowman!
You, Charlie!
Bowman, don't!
You dead American! You don't scare me. Communist piece of shit.
Bowman! Bowman! You son of a...
Next! Don't you touch me!
What?
What's the plan?
I'm thinking.
No talk! One chance, Mason. We'll take it.
Okay.
Bang! You can't kill me! You shoot, GI, you shoot!
Ready.
Play.
We kill the Russian and steal a chopper. We use it to destroy their bases and reach Kravchenko's compound. Inside of it is an imprisoned Reznov alongside a few US soldiers. We free them and charge towards Kravchenko.
Not this time, American. Again. I should have killed you in Vorkuta. What?
With both Woods and Bowman getting killed, it's now up to me and Reznov to find Steiner and kill him at Rebirth Island. The dream duo. Like literally. Reznov's admiration of Hitman allows us to sneak through the base and assassinate whoever is in front of us. The CIA start getting closer and closer. We have to rush through the lab and locate the German, and ultimately we find the rat hiding.
Dragovich's men are rounding up everyone on the island!
Friedrich Steiner.
I know you. Vorkuta. You don't know what we did to you.
Mason, talk to me.
Your evil has claimed the lives of many good men. No longer. My name is Victor Reznov. And I will have my revenge!
I swear to God, that's how Steiner died. Reznov killed him right in front of me!
You're lying, Mason. You killed Steiner. We know you did.
Reznov got exactly what he wanted. Revenge.
We saw the report, Mason. Victor Reznov did not kill Friedrich Steiner. Hudson saw what happened.
We switch to Hudson's POV 20 minutes before Steiner's death. And it's chaotic in this joint. We got a chopper flying, a car standing up. There are no laws of physics that apply in the Black Ops universe. But then a chopper attacks us and drops Nova 6 canisters in the streets. My pal turns into barbecue seconds after inhaling it, and now we have to use and protect our masks, otherwise we would follow him. After taking down a couple of choppers, you know, just another day in the office, we finally remove our masks and enter the lab.
Mason!
My name is Victor Reznov, and I will have my
Revenge! Mason, no!
I'm fine. Check Steiner. He's dead. What about Reznov, the defector? We need to find him.
We won't. He was never here. I didn't believe it till I saw it with my own eyes. What did they do to you in Vorkuta, Mason?
Next up, the longest lore dump the franchise has seen. Don't get me wrong, this mission is absolutely brilliant. I know the entire plot of this game and I was still somehow impressed by the incredible visual storytelling. Hudson plays his last card by revealing that he and Weaver were the interrogators. He unties Mason and gets knocked out cold, straight out of a Mike Tyson documentary. The Mason starts wandering around, slowly learning about the truth. He remembers that Dragovich brainwashed him into translating the number sequence used to launch the nukes, and even to assassinate his own president, JFK. However, Mason's mind was too resilient, so Dragovich dumped him into Vorkuta to rot, where his friendship with Reznov started blooming. Reznov then blended himself into Mason's fractured psyche, sabotaging the brainwashing by convincing him of the evil of Kravchenko, Steiner, and Dragovich, ultimately fueling Mason's urge to kill them. But Reznov was never really there. He died in Vorkuta during the escape. Every time we see him afterward, it's Mason hallucinating. That's why no other character ever acknowledges Reznov's presence, despite him supposedly fighting alongside Woods and Bowman. It's also why we hear the numbers whenever he appears. Reznov is a trigger and a subconscious reminder of Mason's brainwashing and manipulation. The game drops countless hints pointing to this reveal, but never directly spoon-feeding you the answer. God, the amount of restraint these writers had. If this was me, I'd have showed Reznov's body burning by the second mission. And the cherry on top is the magnificent voice acting across the board. Treyarch really got their money's worth out of these people. Now that the lore dump is over, Mason finally manages to crack through his own brain.
I know where the number station is. It's a ship. I saw it a long time ago. The Rusalka.
Where?
Cuba.
We rain hell on the ship with our helicopters. Then we are forced to continue on foot, where Dragovich starts launching the nukes. But after calling in an airstrike to blow up the ship, Mason insists on killing Dragovich first. So we throw on some diving suits, enter the station underwater, and finally find our target.
Dragovich.
You should have been my finest agent. It would have all been so much simpler. Dragovich! Yes! I'm gonna kill you! Tried to turn me against my own. Tried to make me kill my own president.
Pride?
What do you mean by that?
Mason! It is over. We won.
For now.
The last clip implies that Mason was the second theorized unknown shooter of JFK. Hudson even mentions that there are gaps in Mason's brain, time periods where he went dark and did unknown things. So in the end, did Dragovich actually succeed in his mission? I personally think so. Black Ops 1 has the finest writing of any other Call of Duty. It presented a set of characters that, in my opinion, are still unmatched in the series to this day. I mean, yeah, Soap and Price are great characters, but the way Black Ops 1 fractures Mason's own PTSD and psychosis into the narrative puts him in a league of his own. And let's not forget the classics, Woods, Hudson, Reznov, and even Ice Cube. Man, what a game. But that's not the end for our protagonist. Mason's storyline continues in Black Ops 2, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, a like and a sub to the channel would mean the world. And if you wish, you could check out my other videos where I cover plenty of other games. But in any case, see you in the next one.